10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Filmed in front of a live studio audience. It's Good Afternoon, Magnolia.
Welcome to Good Afternoon, Magnolia, our midweek talk show that takes a look at mental health and an up-close view of issues that are important to the Magnolia Clubhouse community. I'm Melanie, and I'm so glad to be here today. As you can see, each week we have a new panel of hosts. So let's meet our other hosts.
Hello, I'm Dexter. I'm glad to be a member of the Magnolia Clubhouse.
And I'm Dominique. This week we have some engaging topics for our community. We will learn about some healthy foods, meditation, and some great mental health apps, as well as revealing who won the chili cook-off and much more.
Before we get into today's hot topics, we want to first acknowledge our sponsors. Today, this show is brought to you by Uncle Jones Country Cornbread. That's good.
Now let's get into today's hot topic.
Let's talk about Tyree Nichols. We're going to have a good discussion about this. What are your thoughts about the Tyree Nichols?
I don't know.
I would like it if possible.
Okay, Dexter, what are your thoughts about Tyree Nichols?
Beating I ever witnessed in my life. And what made it even more tragic was it was the same place that Dr. Martin Luther King got murdered at, trying to get support for sanitation workers and police in the city of Memphis, Tennessee. And only to come back years later and see 5 people of color murder that man, assassinate that man for no reason, was horrific.
I feel as though, even though we're in a whole different generation and time, it still exists, no matter what color it is. Being racially profiled and being mistreated is not okay. It's not a good look. It's not something that should be upheld, and I hope the best and hope he gets justice.
What I appreciate too is how his mother, who's a terrific mother, said and acknowledged what I believe is the truth for all of us, that her son was here on a mission, an assignment she called it. And his assignment was to do exactly what he done, how he died, how he lived, for others to make that example for. And from him, we can learn how we can create others. And as the gentleman lawyer said, now we have a blueprint of how the police is supposed to deal with these type of tragic affairs from henceforth.
His mother also asked for peace in our protests of his life. And I think that was a really powerful statement, because she could have asked for anything in the death of her son, and she asked the community for peace.
Yes, and what also what was alarming, he was just maybe 40 or 50 feet or yards away from his house when he tried to break and run from the police. And what really brought tears in my eyes, and I'm telling you, it brought tears in my eyes to hear him call for his mother the way he did.
So after the assault on Tyree Nichols, he was in the hospital. He lived for 3 days. I don't know if you guys know that. He lived for 3 days. He actually fought for his life. We also later found out that this was done by familiars. He was familiar with one of the 5. Name shall remain only spoken by media, but this was someone that he was familiar with and or was more familiar with him. So when he got up to run, he was running from the familiar that had already let him know, this is my choice of action when I find you or when I come across you.
About a failed relationship, wasn't it?
It was a failed relationship of the familiar. It was a failed relationship of the familiar of the 5.
Yes.
That is in no way, it's not okay. It's not okay to inflict harm on someone based upon ill feelings. You don't want to send that kind of message, to anyone. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good look. And professionally, it shouldn't be tolerable. It should every action, undespicable action, should come with a consequence. You have to, if you have bad demeanor, it's a consequence that follows. And taking a life, that should be something that be dealt with to the highest extent of the law.
And one more thing, and then we're going to close up. Professionally, everyone involved had to pay with their life. Not necessarily death penalty or jail time, but they definitely changed their lives and their families' lives.
And that's key, the family. And you know what also to me, and I'm going to be quiet after this here, is it showed how they tried to cover up their murder by what was coming out their mouth to what was being witnessed from the video. They were talking about things that we clearly didn't see what's happening, but this is how the law enforcement acts all over the city. You go for my gun, I was afraid for my life. They thought these issues of what they were saying would cover them up for the actual murder that they would perpetrate right there in front of our eyes.
That is in no way justifiable behavior.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that was a great topic and great discussion on Tyree Nichols. So, Magnolia, we're not going to make you wait until the end of our show to find out who won the chili cook-off.
Yes!
Hello, everyone. Oh my God, I've got some exciting news for you. After 4 weeks of an amazing challenge, it is now time for us to announce the winners of the 2023 Magnolia Clubhouse Chili Cook-Off. Now, I know what you've been thinking. It's your unit one. I know you were waiting. I know you thought it was amazing chili. But like they say in Highlander, there can be only one. And we will announce the winners of this year, 2023 Chili Cook-Off. Remember, everybody's a winner, and there are no sore losers here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me take this moment to introduce the one, the only, Vanna Black. Thank you. Once again, let's give a round of applause for Vanna Black. She earned her paycheck. All right, so now, the moment you've all been waiting for. We're going to start off first category, and these were tabulated from the results that everybody participated in. So here we go. First category is good. Ooh, I can't wait. Ooh. Let's see here. All right. And for the category of good, the winning unit is the hospitality unit. Congratulations. Y'all really got cooking down there, didn't y'all? It was just good, though. So, don't get carried away. All right. But no, you guys are winners. And, we thank you for your effort. Our next category is tasty. Ooh, it was tasty. Okay, now, here we go. You ready? Ooh, you see I'm shivering, Kyle. I got shivers up my spine. Okay. I really wonder if it was really tasty. I know they put a lot of hard work in it. Was it really tasty? Okay, I know it's cruel to keep y'all waiting. So let's just get right to the winner. The winner in the category of tasty was... What was those guys with that pumpkin stuff? It was the administration unit. Congratulations! Oh, that pumpkin stuff, really add a little special little something. That's all we're gonna leave it at a special little something. But we applaud y'all good work. Moving on to the final grand category. Oh my God! Ooh. And for the final winner, for the top spot in this year's 2023 Magnolia Clubhouse Chili Cook-Off. The winning unit is... Oh, Elizabeth, this is the big one. It's the communications unit, child. Hey! Way to go, communications unit. You knocked it out of the park. Congratulations. Everybody's a winner, even if you weren't mentioned. You know, even if you weren't mentioned, remember, you're still a winner. There are no losers here at Magnolia Clubhouse. But our champion for the 2023 Chili Cook-Off is the communications unit. Congratulations, guys. You deserve it. You'll be getting your very own Golden Jones Award from the man himself. We look forward to that, and thank you, everyone, for participating. Have a great day. Goodbye.
With all the great chili, we were all winners, but congrats to the winning unit.
It's time to look at the politics.
Hey, I'm Matthew, and I'm here to enlighten you in mental health and politics. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine began his first term during the opioid epidemic. He's aware of how addiction and mental health fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic impact Ohioans. As his second term gets underway, DeWine wants the Ohio General Assembly to do more. He outlined his vision during Tuesday's State of the Union. The governor's budget proposal centers on 4 points, which involve 1. Building a community care system that increases prevention efforts, 2. Offering better crisis response services and treatment options, 3. Growing our behavioral health workforce, and 4. Focusing on much-needed research and innovation. And Mr. DeWine definitely wants us to access. All right, folks, I'm Matthew. That was it for politics and mental health. And now back to more Maine Magnolia News at 1.
Thanks for that important info. Sherry has another story for us in her entertainment report.
Hi, Sherry here. I am here doing the entertainment report for Good Afternoon Magnolia. Second time back. I think they want me to do another one, so here I am. So this week I'm going to talk a little bit about actually Meghan Markle, actually both Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. As we know, like Prince Harry's mother, she suffered from depression. I think stepping into that role of having the royals and, you know, being with Prince Charles and, you know, just all the craziness. And then I guess, like, you know, decades later, here we are, we have Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle. She stepped into the roles just as Diana did and suffered a lot of depression as well. As a matter of fact, she even considered suicide while serving as the Duchess of York. So it was really, like, I had seen their Netflix show, and it was really revealing. Prince Harry actually went into, you know, how he suffered depression after his mother, how, you know, his coping skill was music. I believe it was like a Caribbean artist that he used to listen to just to kind of get his mind off of things. And it was just kind of interesting to see. I mean, this is royalty we're talking about. They are in fact suffering from, you know, just these mental health aspects and just how they are getting through them. You know, Meghan Markle, I think she's doing better since leaving the the royal family, but I think she had to, like, kind of lean a little bit on him, just seeing as though he knows more about, well, you know, the whole royal, you know, rules and things like that. And she, you know, kind of leaned on him. I think that was more her coping skills, just being around people that loved her. But I think they really went through it. I feel, you know, bad that she even thought about taking her life, but I mean, they're in California somewhere and living it up and having a good time. So I'm glad they got through it, and, you know, they're America's royalty. I don't know. What do you think?
Sherry keeps her ear to the streets for us. We are about to pause for our mental health break.
For today's mental health break, we want to discuss mandala coloring books. Mandala is an ancient Indian word coming from the Sanskrit language, meaning circle on center. You can find these intricate coloring pages in adult coloring books. They are very helpful for relaxing and can be very therapeutic. These adult coloring pages help you focus and can be lots of fun. You can find them at most stores and or online. Bye!
Hi, Clubhouse. I'm Emily here to talk to you about today's mental health app, which is called the iBreathe app. The iBreathe app is free and it helps with stress and breathing techniques. So, if you're looking for a simple way to reduce stress, and really, who isn't? iBreathe is an easy-to-use app for breathing exercises. The app gets best results when used daily. Our hotline number for the week is simple. Just as 911 is an emergency number, the mental health community has a new number, 988, which is a 24-hour suicide and crisis number. It will route you directly to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. That is your mental health break. This is Emily, and thanks for watching. Have a great week.
Last week we looked at the food rainbow. This week we will continue to trend in our self-care assignments and introduce you to some more healthy foods.
The link between diet and emotional stems from the close relationships between your brain and your GI tract, often called the second brain.
Here's how it works. Your GI tract is home to billions of bacteria that influence the production of chemical substances that constantly carry messages from the gut to the brain. Two common examples of this are dopamine and serotonin.
Eat nutritionally dense food promotes the growth of good bacteria, which is turned positively affects the production of these chemicals. When production is optimal, your brain receives these positive message loud and clear, and your mental state can reflect it. On the other hand, when the production goes awry, so might your mood.
Sugar in particular is considered a major culprit of inflammation, and it feeds bad bacteria to the GI tract. Ironically, it can also cause a temporary spike in the feel-good chemicals like dopamine. You don't want that either. These spikes result in a fleeting sugar rush by a hard crash.
So you must watch what you eat for your physical and mental health.
Let's go to our Clubhouse news segment.
Hi, I'm Lonnie, and I'll be a part of this year's Valentine's party. Here's the menu. Buffalo wings with celery and carrots and dressing, chips and Chex Mix, pink lemonade and sweet tea, chocolate fountain, strawberries, Rice Krispie treats, pretzels, bananas. Hope to see you there.
This week we are introducing a new segment with Keith.
In this subject, we will cover music and all the different genres of music. We will start this episode by covering the latest deaths in the world of rock and roll, including such as Christy McVie of Fleetwood Mac, Anita Pointer, guitarist Jeff Beck, and singer-songwriter David Crosby. Chuck is my guest for this week. Welcome, Chuck.
Howdy, everybody.
All right, and so Chuck, we'll first start off with Christy McVie, singer, songwriter, keyboard player of the noted Hall of Fame band Fleetwood Mac. She was once married to John McVie. However, though divorced, she still maintained a professional relationship. But she's done a lot in her career with Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, it was very interesting, Keith, that I've read some stuff about Miss McVie, and also saw a couple concerts on like HBO involving her. And the one concert she was talking about, she had gone off on her own, and she actually had a very, very big hit album. I can't remember the name of it right now. Do you remember?
I'm not offhand.
But she did after she broke away from them, she did a album of her own that had 3 or 4 really major hits in them. And then Fleetwood Mac called her up and said, would you like to come back and join us again for another album? I believe that was for Tusk, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, and Tusk was a really, really, but the interesting thing about it was that she had written some songs that she didn't put in her own album that she thought were going to be really good for Fleetwood Mac. So even though she had all these heart feelings, like, you know, she had an intimate relationship, I think, with at least one of the other
with John
members.
McVie, but yes, John McVie, who she actually married and then later divorced.
And then one of the other woman in the
Stevie
band,
Nicks.
She had a relationship with the other male person in the group, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
The song "Don't Stop," which was on the Rumors album, which originally was written by Christy McVie. But yes, she will sorely be missed.
Wow, sports and non-music. Good job, Keith and Chuck.
Let's end the show with some good laughs.
Can I tell you a joke that I heard from one of the members here? Of course. It's really, really funny. Okay. What do you call a dog that has no legs? I have no idea. What difference does it make? They're not coming anyway. That's so funny.
Wow, that joke was really funny. So now we've reached the end of our show. Dexter and Dominique, how do you think our show went?
It went extremely well. I enjoyed myself. Thank you for having me.
Sure. And what about you, Dexter?
It was awesome. Thank you very much.
Make sure you tune into next week for another episode of Good
Afternoon
Magnolia.
Bye.
See you next time.
See you next time.
The opinions expressed by Good Afternoon Magnolia do not always represent the views of Magnolia Clubhouse.
If you're living with mental illness, join the club.